Would you see that as 2 points drop today, Graham?
You could do if you were, probably looking at league positions, but I haven't. Behind closed doors at the beginning of the game, I said I'm content with a point today, because we've looked at a 10-game scenario where we've now accumulated 21 points, and that is promotion form to get in the playoffs. So if we continue to do that over the next series of 3 blocks of 10 games, which is virtually the season, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I think perhaps where the fans might have been frustrated today was we started well, got our noses in front, and then seemed to perhaps give away a sloppy goal, and then we're struggling a bit thereafter.
Yeah, I think we started well. We got the first goal. Maybe young minds thought that was the job done at that stage, and it was going to be a cakewalk. The mistake for the goal is probably taking the wind out of ourselves a little bit and just set us up on the back foot. We've had to regroup. We've come out second half and been very patient in the heat, where we didn't want to go direct, and we just didn't really have the final ball. The final ball wasn't the quality today, and the cleverness around the box wasn't quite what we required. But at the end of the day, we haven't done a Chelmsford. We haven't lost the game 2-1, which we would have done a few weeks ago. We've comfortably held on to a 1-1, been the better side. What frustrates me is that other teams are shooting at our goal, and they're always hitting the target, and we're having shots, and we look a little bit panicky, a little bit wayward, a little bit desperate, and but they're young boys, and they've just got to learn just to relax a little bit more, just be a little bit more clever.
Do you think that's a difference between playing at home and playing away? Because psychologically we came out in the yellow shirts as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
What was all that about?
Well, we play in white, red and black, and unbelievably they turned up in white, red and black, so I think they should have read the script and wore their away strip, but so we've had to change of shirts at half time because our players were saying there's a bit of a colour clash, and it's difficult to pick out our own shirts, what with the referee being in black as well, so we've had to change there, but we've a couple of little disruptions position-wise today with a couple of injuries has forced us to rejig, but I'm happy. A young group of boys. I'm not going to blame Sinclair for a mistake. He's been absolutely magnificent. We're all human, we all make mistakes. They're gutted, they got their chins on their chest thinking we should have won it. But, they're carrying a lot of nervous energy at the moment. They're going out there, they're under pressure. The crowd's expecting them to win, they want to see 3 or 4 goals. So they're young boys who are carrying a lot of pressure. And I think a lot of the time, they're just trying too hard. Can
I just ask you about Harry Arter? He seemed to get a very bad injury. The stretcher was caught and his legs were strapped together. Is there any news on him at all?
I haven't been in yet, I haven't checked. I don't know the severity of it, but it's looking like, from a word on the bench from the physio, hopefully we're going to get better news than what it looked at first sight. He's come off on a stretcher, you fear the worst. He's in an ice bath at the moment. I think the physio is saying it's the calf region, but it might be more contact rather than damaged muscle.
Okay, and obviously Aswad's was out today, and what's the news on him?
Aswad's been carrying an ankle now for about 3 or 4 weeks. We've been injecting it before games. He's been getting by, but we've probably come to a situation now where we just don't want him to get by for a game, not train all week, turn up again the following week. So we decided to, get it right once and for all, so that he can be a trainer and a player. So he may be out for 2 or 3 weeks. We don't know. So we'll just wait that situation as it develops.
Obviously, you've got a small squad. Does that mean you might have to look to bring in a player or 2 if you can?
Yes, I am looking at someone who I might bring in, by the end of this week or maybe early part of next week. Probably a left-footed player, maybe, to balance the squad a little bit more, just to cover that area when we do go down with knocks and injuries.
Thanks, Graham. Can I, before you go, just ask you, started training up at the university now, I believe. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going well. We went there Thursday, and we've got, obviously, it's the first time there. It's a nice facility, and hopefully, now we're there, and with the new Olympic setup going up there, when that takes place, hopefully we'll be lucky enough to move into that as well. And if we are, then players that play for Woking Football Club and train for Woking Club are going to be very lucky boys.
Lovely. Thanks ever so much, Graham.
Lovely. Thank